right, start it whenever you want.
All right,
Yeah,
fellas.
motherfucker.
We're back with 3 sheets to the win. It's your boy, Eli, Nick, Gus, your boys. Nick, what do you got for us today?
You know, same old, same old. What is your definition of love?
Really, dude?
You're going to hit us with a bomb right off the
Dead
bat?
serious.
Just right away.
Deep
Dude,
heart question.
We are way beyond love.
No. You
Dude.
fellas might be, but I'm still on it.
No, us fellas are either married or are well on their way.
Married.
The only guy who
You
wants
know,
to know what
that's
love
what
is.
I want to know.
Can we have a quick intermission? Just for some sound.
Oh, let me hear it.
Yeah, you ready?
That's love.
Shut up.
If you're
Shut up!
Oh my gosh.
All right.
You don't
Alright.
get that on
All right. Let's spin the wheel. Eli,
Well, I had a question, bro.
remember that.
We'll save it for later.
Modern Warfare.
Modern
thoughts.
Warfare.
Anyway,
Modern Warfare 2
One word.
thoughts.
Modern Warfare and one word. Go. One word.
Trash. Gotta
Decent.
think.
Trash.
All right. Back to your
All
topic.
right. Love.
What is love?
What is love?
My thought. That's like
It's like when you don't want to give yourself anymore.
That's like JFK going, what? Like I think with love,
Footsie with you.
nobody can define it. I think everybody has their own definition of it. What's your definition of love?
Because there's like twisted love.
No, love is something that you can't define.
Right. It's like Jeffrey Dahmer had a love for the dudes.
Like
he
you can
killed.
have
It
you
was
can
just
have
like a
love.
twisted one,
You can
but
like
still
I love
loves it.
Call of Duty Modern Warfare too, but you'd be lying. You could love beer. You know, I love remote starting my truck. I love this thing not falling down every
Well, I
5
think-
minutes.
I think,
You know, I love my
I think
fiance.
you love remote
I love
starting
my
your
fiance.
truck. It's an exaggeration of the word.
I know,
You
but
like it,
what
but you
is
don't
your
necessarily
okay?
love
We're
it.
talking about
Because I
relationship
think
love.
is defined
Like
as
your
putting
wife.
something above yourself.
Your wife,
You're not
what? Your wife and your son. What is your definition of love?
I would say it's a strong affection for another arising out of kinship or personal ties.
What is your definition of love from your heart?
I would say definition of love is just
From your
It's something-
heart.
I would say it's-
your own words.
yeah. I would say it's something that develops over time. It's just something
Over
you
time.
you can't really explain because once you're in it, you know it. But
That's true. You can't explain.
yeah,
it,
you can't
but you can
really
try
explain
to.
love. You could try. Yeah, I mean. It's definitely
But you
like, it's,
would-
not, it's more than a feeling, I think, because after you know the person, there's too many things you're just not willing to give up. It's love. If that makes sense.
Sure.
Does it make sense, or you're just saying sure?
Sure.
I feel like Gus begs to differ.
I didn't say anything.
He said sure.
Gus, for what do you think the definition of love to you is?
Like what all the Disney movies say, putting someone first. Before
I mean
yourself.
that's a good Disney portrays love pretty good.
No, they don't.
Oh,
No
yeah?
one lives happily ever after.
They do.
No, they
No,
don't.
no. Life sucks. Then
Life
you fucking
sucks,
die.
then you die. Yes.
Yeah. Fist bump.
You have a perverted.
Bro, I'm the
It's like a
depressed
fucking-
suicidal
it's
one.
like a
Why am I in
It's
the
like a
nuts?
rope. It's all
Let me be
twisted.
in the nuts.
No, because you think love is portrayed by.
No. You
And
want to
you
hear
lived
my
happily
definition
ever
of
after.
love? I will show you. I will tell you.
Right now.
I will bust out IQ 176 Albert Einstein stuff.
Please do.
You want to hear it?
Yeah, I'd like to know.
All right. My definition of love. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you strapped into your roller coasters?
Yeah. All right. first.
Seatbelt strapped up. Shoulder belt too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
that's
then in the one
strapped
across
up.
my
Yes.
waist
All right.
and over my legs like a car seat.
Nick's definition of love is wanting your partner to be happy, to be truly happy, no matter who they're in a relationship with. or just in life in
Okay.
general.
All right.
That's my
That-
definition of
Nick,
love.
I'm gonna keep it low on the down low.
I'm not done. I'm not
That
done.
definition of love is so from a
No,
depressed standpoint.
no.
You just lost the girl of your dreams because you're willing to hand
You-
it to any guy
you-
who thinks.
You love a girl. Truly, you want her to be happy no matter who you. I mean, you don't want him to be with you. But if God's like, bro, like, nah, fam, it ain't you, cuh. It's some other dude. It's some other beta simp.
I think
You enjoy.
No.
You don't. You,
It's just
you
wanting-
live
I
with
think
it.
it's you
As
want-
long as she's truly happy, you're happy.
I
for
think
her.
you want what's best for them, not what makes them happy.
That's what I'm
Because-
saying. What's best
no,
for them?
because drugs make some people happy.
I'm saying.
is that best
That's not
for
the
them?
best for them.
It's not best for them.
No.
I'm saying truly happy, not what makes them happy. Like playing COD when there's no ping and no.
Lag and
Servers
right
makes
away,
me
you have to
happy.
Sit in the lobby for
But then 10 minutes later, when I drop in and die in a second, I die. I'm pissed. I'm not happy
I
anymore.
don't get how.
I'm
this-
saying what makes them truly like if they date a dude, Prince Charming from Disney, never cheats, never flirts with chicks, never, watches nasty, abominable stuff on the internet.
abominable like the snowman.
Like the snowman.
God save the queen. But I'm saying, all that stuff,
Yeah.
Prince Charming stuff, the perfect man like us three studs in the room,
The two that are well on their way,
yeah,
and the one who's not.
yeah, you simps. But I'm saying, that's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying.
That didn't even have a point.
Yeah,
The
you
point
just,
is,
the
the point is,
quoted some
if
things
you-
and then it's like, yeah, that's my
if you
argument.
love a girl, you want what's truly best for her, even though it's not you. That's what I'm saying. Even if it's not you,
Yeah, but why do you look at it?
but
from
you
some-
hope it's you.
No,
But if it
yeah,
even
but no. But you're hoping for the best, but expecting the worst. You gotta
no,
expect the
I'm
best.
hoping for the best, expecting exactly that.
Exactly what I
Exactly.
said. Yeah.
Yeah, but then you're never
That's
let
because
down.
that's
But
because
that's
that-
the point.
because
No,
that's
it-
because
it
I'm a
is-
depressed individual.
Yes, but
Not
that's-
me, just a dude in general.
No,
you. Know what I'm saying?
yes, you. You're wearing all
me.
black.
This is
Did
this
you
is
just
dark
come from
gray.
a fucking funeral?
This is dark blue.
Did you just come from a
Black.
funeral?
No. Yeah, funeral for myself.
I always wear black shirts.
My feelings.
I gotta
It's
be
like-
honest.
Dude, like 90% of my clothing is
Lay
black.
it on
I
me.
emo.
Here.
I just like the color
From
black.
a normal person's standpoint, a normal happy person would say that
Black socks?
love is what's best for the other person. That's it.
That's what I'm
That's
saying.
it. Not even.
That's what he's saying.
Not
He's
even.
just going
That's
more
what
in
I'm
depth.
saying.
Yes, but
saying.
not saying another dude.
Well, it could be.
If
Could be
there's
what's best for them.
if you're not the best for the
What?
person you love, it's probably your fault.
No, it's not
Yes.
your fault.
Fix yourself. Son?
That's fate's fault.
Fate isn't a thing.
No,
Fate
fate.
isn't.
No, fate's. All right, let's talk about
What
fate.
is fate?
Fate is a
Fate,
designated
AKA
life that you have to
Fate,
live, and no matter what
aka
you do.
divine providence, aka
No, that's different.
technically luck.
No.
No.
Luck's a
Luck is
part
a
of it.
thing.
No, you can't put divine providence
Or
and
the
luck in the
future.
same category.
Yeah.
There's an old
Fate-
Chinese story.
Fate is what's happening. You can't change it.
Fate is saying that
You
you, had
don't
to do
know-
this, you had to do that.
You don't know fate, right?
Because it doesn't exist.
Fate does it. Yeah, true. It doesn't exist yet. It exists in
Listen.
the future, but you don't.
Listen.
It doesn't actually
Listen,
exist.
there's a Chinese fable. All right. This man had a son who was the apple of his eye. He was a proud owner of a fine white stallion. Everyone admired. One day his horse escaped from his grounds and disappeared. The villagers came by and said, "Man, you are so unlucky. It's such bad luck that your horse escaped." And the guy responds, "Who knows? Maybe it's bad, maybe it's good." The next day the stallion returns, followed by 12 wild horses. The neighbors said, "Good luck, congratulations on the good luck." Again he said, "Who knows? Maybe it's bad, maybe it's good." As that was happening, the next day his son was attempting to train one of the wild horses, fell down and broke his leg. The neighbors came by and gave their condolences. It's terrible. Again, he responds, who knows? Maybe it's good, maybe it's bad. A few days passes, his poor son was limping around the village with a broken leg when the emperor's army entered the village, announcing that a war was starting and they were enrolling all the young men in the village. However, they left the peasant's son because he had a broken leg. Everyone was jealous of the peasant and talked about his sheer good luck, while the old man just muttered, who knows, maybe it's good, maybe it's bad. That's fate. That's divine providence. You can't mitigate it. You don't know what God wants for you in your life. If you want,
you don't know.
If you want millions of dollars or you want love from a certain person, maybe it's good, maybe it's not.
And that's another thing.
That's divine providence. Luck is another thing. And luck, I believe, actually, luck is probably, there's no luck. I think God gives you what you need.
He does.
I think
but sometimes what he gives you isn't enough.
No.
Dude, don't even say that. What do you mean?
You got the tools.
God, maybe it's good, maybe it's not. This story is exactly what God gives you.
That story is horse shit.
Literally.
What, did you open a fortune cookie and read that?
Oh my gosh, dude. Just because it's Chinese doesn't mean
I'm not saying, dude, Chinese people have the deepest stuff. I'm just saying each person has its own definition of love, and my definition of love is whoever the person you love is wanting what's best for them to make them truly happy. And relationships make people happy. That's like the main thing in life, to make people happy. Saying, even if it's not you, you have to still, and if you still love them after they're dating another motherfucker, then that's how it goes.
No.
Yes.
Life sucks.
That's
how it be.
Right.
Are you with him?
Yeah.
If you believe in fate and destiny, do you create your own
Let me
fate
tell
and
you
destiny?
let me tell you a story, and you tell me if you agree or not. All right. So Jack loves Rose. He's loved her all his life. Rose dates Hank.
So they weren't dating ever.
They never dated.
Is this the Titanic?
They were just Okay, let me change the names because Gus is smart. We got
Jack! Rose!
There was room on that door. That Rose was
Iceberg.
on. Okay, so we got Frank loves Mary. All right, they never dated. They're just friends. But Mary loves Travis.
Travis Scott.
Nah, Travis Tritt.
Travis. That guy's bad. Okay, anyway.
Mary actually loves Travis. She thinks she loves Travis. She thinks though. Travis is a piece of work though.
So you gotta intervene.
No.
Jack, or what's his name?
Jack.
Jack is
Who did I say? There's too many. Frank. Frank. Frank sees that. He finds out. He's the last to know for some reason. He finds out.
This seems very personal.
He finds out.
specific.
He finds out, and he's like, all right, whatever she wants. If that's what makes her truly happy, then I'll be fine with. Then I'll be fine with it.
But how's that tied into fate?
But what did I say?
Travis.
Piece of shit. Travis Scott. Travis Scott is a piece of shit though.
Yeah.
He breaks her heart. What's the dude's name? Frank. What does Frank do though? Frank still loves her though.
Yeah.
I'm not following because you don't know the names. I'm just.
That's why you're here for the names. Kevin. Where's Kevin?
What? There's a
Kevin's
third
fucking-
guy?
Fucking Kevin. All right, so Travis Scott. What I'm trying to say is if this chick dates a piece of shit and he's a piece of shit, the dude who truly likes her should be able,
To accept it?
accept it. He already accepted it long time ago. That's why he's fucking depressed. And that's why he should. That's why he.
Very real life scenario.
That's
Okay.
why he.
Except if he knows if Travis knows
Travis Scott is
Frank-
the piece of shit.
Frank
Frank's
knows
the good
Travis is a
dude.
piece of shit. If he truly wants what's best for Rose, he's gonna intervene.
But intervening would hurt Rose though.
Yeah.
Like
But
if Frank
it'd be for the better.
if Frank beat the shit out of Travis Scott, it would break Rose's heart, and Rose would never talk to Frank again.
Okay, so that sounds like selfish.
And
reason.
Frank does not want to beat up Travis Scott because he doesn't want to break Rose's heart.
Okay, so you're worried. It sounds like Frank is worried how Rose feels about it.
Okay.
and
Frank
not
is
actually
always
how-
worried about how Rose feels.
And not actually how Rose is happy. It sounds like
What?
Frank won't be happy unless
What?
Rose is with Frank.
That's true. That's the bottom line, bro.
bro.
Frank just wants Rose to be happy
If he wants her,
as long as Rose is with Frank.
Okay, except that he has a twisted mentality
It's
about
not
it. He says if it's
twisted.
a bad guy,
That's
then
love.
she's not going to be
That-
truly happy
That's
with
love,
him.
I tell you.
No. All right.
So if you know he's a piece of shit, you have to intervene. Otherwise,
But
she won't be
that,
truly
but
happy.
that would break Rose's heart. And I get what you're saying. Rip the Band-Aid off. Pain now, no pain later. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
No, but listen.
But Frank doesn't want to cause
Listen,
Rose
okay,
any
except with
pain
your
at
definition
all.
of love of wanting the best for the other
I
person.
know, but
then
that's
if you
where
don't
Frank.
want the best
That's
for the other person.
That's
you
where
just
Frank
want
gets.
Rose to
That's,
like
that's where
Frank
Frank
still.
gets discouraged at times. He's like, I love this woman, but if I cause her pain, I don't want to cause her any pain at all, even though it's temporary pain. You know?
Listen, if you truly love somebody, you let them go their path.
And that's hard to do.
You let them go their
You
path.
let them go their
yes,
path.
you don't intervene unless it was like abuse or something.
Yeah,
If
bad,
it's something, if
I'm
something,
not saying it's physical abuse.
normal relationships, they have to figure it out. If he were to step
We're
in,
all adults.
if he were to step
What are
in,
you?
like
What are
he
you
was
pointing
saying-
at me? We're talking about Frank, bro.
Well, if Frank,
If Frank,
if Frank,
Frank,
here,
Can we
Frank,
just
Frank right
Can
here.
we just call
Frank
Travis
can
From the Punisher.
What?
Can we just call Travis?
yeah, and Frank.
Travis Scott
Anyway,
and Frank.
Anyway, if he were to intervene, that would make her mad or whatever. She wouldn't love him then.
She
So
no.
the only
It's
way-
not about love at first.
This is about Frank, right? Frank.
This is about Frank.
It's about Frank. If she wouldn't love Frank, if Frank intervened in this situation.
It depends what Frank did.
No, but Frank needs to let it go until she figures it out. Because in the end, God will make it work if it's right for you.
But what?
God will make it work if it's
What
right for
if
you.
it's not right?
God won't make it work. It'll be miserable. Just like Frank or just like Travis and
Rose.
Rose.
What if?
What
if God? What if?
I'll edit that out. That's all I can think of.
What if? I don't. I don't even
I'm
know
telling you,
anymore.
dude.
Yeah.
What if?
All I'm trying to say
Listen.
is if you truly want what's best for Rose, you're
let
gonna
it
do
be.
what's best even if it hurts her.
No.
Yeah.
See, you two
Because
defer.
then you're not helping.
See, you two. I
We
get
are-
what you're both
'Cause
saying.
then you just want
you
temporary
are like
happiness for
beat
her.
the f out of Travis Scott.
No, that's not what I'm
Rose
saying.
will eventually one day
No,
see
I'm
how
saying
much
the
of a knight in
opposite thing.
shining
He
armor
wants-
you are.
He wants them to step in.
No.
Right?
This is what you're saying. You're saying let Rose be. No,
No.
you got. I'm totally fucked
Yeah.
up.
It was the other way.
You're saying beat the fuck out of Travis Scott,
doesn't have to be beat.
It doesn't have to be beat up.
or
It's like
just
an
step in, be
intervention.
like, yo,
Intervention.
what's up? Call on God, blood. On Crip.
That close too much.
Travis Scott.
Yeah.
One day Rose will see. She'll be pissed at you now, but later she'll realize, be like, oh my god, Frank's the shit. Oh my god, he's Prince Charming. Oh my god. And then you see, be like, nah, let them bitches figure it out.
Yeah.
They're adults, They're not. They went to the public school system, and they can figure it out.
Did they really though in this situation, or did they go?
I
Rose,
think one of them
Rose,
went to
and
private
Travis
school.
Scott system. They went to public school.
I think the way Okay, so God helps those who help themselves. I
No,
like that. I
who
like
the
that
fuck
saying.
told you
I
that?
like that saying.
God helps those
God
who
helps-
help themselves.
God
Everybody,
helps-
that means if you're selfish, God helps you.
No, what?
That's not. No.
Who helps themselves is selfish.
No.
God helps those.
God helps.
who-
Basically, God helps those who aren't lazy. That's what that means.
You said
Yeah.
who helps themselves.
That's what I mean.
Okay, but you're not really helping yourself by laying on the couch and being depressed.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
God helps those who help themselves.
Okay.
So you make your
Helps
moves.
people who better themselves.
You
That's
make,
a good saying. I like that saying.
good. Yeah, I mean,
Helps
but that's what it
themselves.
means in
Yeah.
full.
Oh, if
Like,
I'm 420 pounds and I order McDonald's, that helps me.
No,
Does
it
God
no,
help
it
me?
doesn't. It helps you gain weight, but is that for the good?
And it
or
helps
for the
me.
bad?
Good.
It helps.
God will help
It
you
helps
in a
my
good way.
stomach at the moment because my stomach's fucking like fucking John Deere tractor.
No,
'Cause
but
I want
sometimes
food.
you have to step out of your comfort zone to help yourself. Like
But,
to actually
but
do
helping
good.
yourself is not always helping yourself at the moment.
Helping yourself in a good way.
That's why I'm saying
Not eating
that
more
I'm on your
McDonald's.
side.
Not
I'm just
helping
saying
yourself.
working out is painful. Dude, that shit literally
Yeah, but
tears
it's
your
good for
muscle
you. But
fibers,
it's good for
but
you.
it helps you
Hey,
in the long run.
nothing easy.
Temporary
nothing-
pain,
Nothing good.
Nothing
comes
good
easy.
comes easy.
destroying your
Nothing
brain,
good comes easy.
destroying yourself physically helps yourself mentally. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. So the same thing with this.
But,
Nothing
but,
good comes
but
easy.
love and
It's like
relationships
that.
is way different
no, nothing
than
good
work than
comes
physical
easy.
pain.
You help
Oh,
yourself.
nothing comes easy.
You
Yeah,
help
I agree with that.
yourself. You make your moves. You do whatever. If it doesn't work out, you have to let them go because you love the person. Is what you're saying. You have to let them go.
You have
and
to.
let
You
them
can't
go.
let them go entirely.
Yes, you have.
You have to hold
You
on
have
by
to-
a little bit.
No, you have,
You have to
love
hold
them
on
as
to
a
them.
person, and they'll
Because
realize
if shit goes
if-
down, you have to pull up like John Wick with the two pistols, and don't.
Okay, I think I get what Eli's saying now.
I get what he's saying.
He's saying that if Frank isn't able to get Rose, he should try to help her, but then he needs to keep out of it for himself because he's not gonna get anywhere, and it's only
And
gonna
I-
bring him down.
So Frank likes Rose. He should help her out, not being a simp. He should be like, you need.
Yeah.
Wait.
I think if
Wait. Hey!
talking to
You're gonna
Rose
lose
is
your
toxic
train of
for
thought.
Frank, and it only brings him down, he needs to just cut her out.
I have a train of thought. What's the most famous train in the world? I don't know.
What, dude?
The what?
I have the Polar Express
You mean-
of
no,
train
Thomas
thoughts.
the Train is definitely not.
Thomas the Dank Engine of
Thomas
thoughts.
the Tank Engine.
You cannot derail this thought I have.
All right.
Oh my gosh.
If-
I think he's gotten derailed.
Yeah, dude, you
What are you
lost.
talking
it.
about?
Dude.
Who did the last spin? Was it
I never got a
you
spin.
Put it down. Wait.
Nick.
I want to hear.
We're still on this
Yeah.
topic.
No, wait.
Hey,
Pick one.
I pick it?
Yeah.
All right. Back to what I was saying.
Yeah.
Then just take a drink.
I'll take a drink.
Take
All
a
right.
drink.
Back to what I was saying.
We
though.
gotta get beers. All right. We are back.
He's hitting the bath salts. Or what are they called?
Dude, shut the cap! After you hit it.
I'm drugged up. I'm gone.
No, it ain't like that.
All right, give me that. That stuff is nasty. I'm putting this on the floor.
Dude, it feels like you went in a
What?
pool.
No.
It feels like
What?
it feels like you went in a
Don't wake
pool
up.
What is this? Lifting
and like
salts?
sucked
No
every
lifting salts.
every chemical of chlorine out of the pool into your nose.
That's him shaking it.
What are we talking about?
Oh! All right.
What are you talking about?
So anyway, we're gonna start off with 9/11.
Like the date? November.
9/11.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna
Top of
start
the-
off with conspiracy theories about 9/11. Right?
What's so great
Alright,
about
first
September 11th?
You see
So-
that Family Guy? Where the dude wants to fight him?
Which
No.
He wants to fight Brian.
And he's like, I'll beat your ass anywhere, anytime. And he's like, all right, top of the World Trade Center, September 11, 2001 at 8 a.m.
I forgot about that. I gotta rewatch that clip.
Oh!
Pass that shit over.
Anyway,
We're not gonna get Bugattis by doing drugs.
We're not doing drugs.
We're not doing
This
drugs.
should be banned, just like cocaine.
okay. crying out of my right eye, not the left. Something's wrong there.
Is that chili pepper salt?
It's not chili.
It's chili pepper.
Oh,
Oh, wait, okay. 9/11.
all right, 9/11.
Was it a Boeing 747 or
No,
was
this
it?
isn't- Hang on. So the day before 9/11, this is what I heard on Joe Rogan's podcast.
Pass
So,
that around like a bong.
so the day
Yeah, it is
before
a
9/11,
bomb.
the Secretary of Defense, Donald Rumsfeld, admitted to the Pentagon that he managed to somehow lose, or they managed to
Yeah.
lose $2.3 trillion.
Yeah, it was
Okay.
a lot.
Just
Just
where?
lose it.
Out of
So that
what?
that doesn't mean that it
They
wasn't
bought
accounted
something
for.
with it.
Yeah, but they didn't have any records of it, okay? So it should have been a massive story, except
How much?
the next day,
2.3 trillion.
$2.3 trillion. So,
That's a lot
Yeah,
of fucking money,
exactly.
man.
It's a
So-
lot.
normally that would have been a massive story the next day, except the next day is 9/11. So, his exact quote was, according to some estimates, we cannot track 2.3 trillion in transaction. So the accounting offices in the Pentagon was exactly where the plane hit the next day, which was pretty low.
And in the photos of it, there's no plane in the wreck. There's like no reminiscence
Yeah.
of remains of a plane.
So the exact floor that was hit, we'll get into like the different types of conspiracies later, but the exact floor it was hit was the accounting office.
Okay.
So
In the World Trade
that's
Center
what was
or the
hit
Pentagon?
in the World Trade Center. Was
In
the
the World
accounting
Trade
office.
Center.
In the World Trade
Why would that
Center.
matter if the whole building collapsed?
Well, just so that everything
No, that's
in there
where it was hit.
demolished.
They made sure that floor was wiped out, even though it was lower. If you've seen the footage,
How
the
many
plane's
floors
like
were on the World
gliding
Trade
right
Center?
across, almost right across the bottom, which defeats the purpose or the argument that the plane was hijacked. It was definitely a pilot that
Right.
glided
That is true.
that low.
What doesn't defeat the purpose that it was hijacked?
Yeah. Do you think
No.
that? Do you
Do you
think
think
that?
that-
No. Let me
You
tell
think
you. Let
Johnny-
me tell you the story I've heard.
You think Johnny Jihad and Taliban?
Let me tell you the
they know how to
story
fly
I
a
heard.
plane?
I heard that Jihad, Jihad's infiltrated America, took pilot lessons, and then went back. They got their U.S. citizenship so they could go into the airport and get on the plane, and then they
You can fake
hijacked
all
it.
that.
You can't.
But they
you
took
can get through
flight
it.
lessons,
You can get
though.
through it because there's a lot of people.
They
there's,
took flight
like
lessons. though.
we took classes in the Marines that told us that there were people who joined the Marines who were spies
Yeah.
of certain organizations. It doesn't
Well, I mean,
have
there
to be
was that
Muslim.
pilot that didn't he make fake checks? I think there was a movie about it. I think it was Leonardo
Yeah,
DiCaprio.
I've heard of that. I haven't seen it,
He
but
he made fake checks and would just hand them in, and he'd get money for it. And he wouldn't even do anything. He wouldn't even fly
I believe
planes.
it.
He would just co-pilot and just sit there.
so hold on to what you were saying. So there's three types of conspiracy theories about it. So it's called lie hop is the first one, that the government let it happen on purpose. It suggests that the key individuals within the government had at least some foreknowledge of the event happening and deliberately ignored it, or actively weakened United States defenses to ensure that the hijacked flights were not intercepted.
Don't believe that.
Okay. But similar allegations were made with Pearl Harbor. So you don't believe that?
Don't believe that one either.
Okay. So the second one's MEHOP. Make it happen on purpose. The key individuals within the government planned the attacks and collaborated with or framed Al Qaeda in carrying them out. There is a range of opinions on how this might have been achieved, which I have.
I believe that one. I believe that one.
So Stephen E. Jones, a physicist, said there
Oh,
was
yeah, my boy
molten
Steve.
steel found in the rubble that was evidence of explosives. As an ordinary airplane fire would not generate enough heat to produce this, citing photographs of red debris being removed from construction equipment.
Yeah.
Because the building was apparently fireproof.
Why?
that's how they built it.
Why though?
Because they were like, weren't they the tallest buildings or something? At
I
least
think
in
in
New York.
in New York, yeah.
Yeah.
So they made it to be fireproof so that the building wouldn't completely incinerate if there was a kitchen fire or something. So they made it fireproof, so the fireproof just was gone. And the fact that the plane, where it entered, that the building would just fall.
That's what gets me though.
I think that implies
It fell
explosives.
complete. Yeah, and then with the physicist saying that there was molten steel.
Yeah.
That
Jet fuel doesn't burn that hot.
no, it doesn't burn that hot. So then,
It had to be like thermite or something.
you know how the second was in the Pentagon. So the second one,
What was
I
the
think his
second
name's
plane?
Thierry Mason. He argued that the Pentagon was hit by a missile launched by elements from inside the U.S. government. Because what he said was the holes in the Pentagon walls were too small to have been made by a Boeing 757. He said, how does a plane 125 feet wide and 155 feet long fit into a hole that's 60 feet across? And now some people
What hole was 60 feet across the window?
That's the exact measurement of
the
what
office?
hit the Pentagon.
Of the object that entered
Yeah.
the Pentagon.
So the big hole was 60
yeah,
feet,
60 feet
but
across.
the plane was 120.
Yeah, the plane.
But what if the wings
plus
broke
the
off?
wings.
No, but yes, but what they said, the people who argue this, is that the wings fell off and all that. But at the same time, I would agree.
I think the hole itself is probably more than 60 feet across.
The hole in the Pentagon was 60 feet.
No, the hole of the plane.
Oh,
H-U-L-L.
yeah. No, I would agree. But-
It's more than 60 feet. Those things are huge.
But then again, at the World Trade Center, they found a passport blocks away of the pilot of the plane who hijacked it. Did you know that?
The terrorist?
Yeah. Blocks away.
Of what? What of his passport?
Of his passport, just blocks away. So the hijacker threw it out the window. And while the
That
plane,
would not be blocks
while-
away though.
What they were saying, so what whoever said, what they were saying is that when the plane blew up, the passport blew out and flew.
No,
That's what they were claiming.
I've never heard the
That's what they were
passport
claiming.
story.
Yes. I looked it up. And I heard it on Joe Rogan's too.
The
The passport was belonging to the alleged hijackers was found blocks away when everything else was completely incinerated.
yeah.
More than the bacon that Nick made this morning.
the what?
So what are they trying to say with that?
That it's rigged.
Yeah, but how's that make it rigged?
Do you think that okay, so the plane blew up, everything's on fire.
Right.
2 passports just roll out a couple of blocks away.
Right. That doesn't happen. It would have
It would have burned.
Okay,
Yeah.
I've
So
looked.
it's-
I've
yeah.
looked.
So why was it blocks away? That's the
I
question.
looked
Planted?
it up.
That's the question.
That's the question.
I looked
Planted.
it up for 2 seconds. I already know why they did that.
Why?
They did that
They
so they
wanted to
could
be seen.
send the FBI on a wild goose chase.
What do you mean? The FBI is probably the ones who lost the 2.3 trillion, and we're gonna get searched.
I'm
for
saying whoever planted that, the government or the Hajis
Alright,
working
they
together, they planted
public
that
evidence.
to get a whole agency of the government off their trail. If they found a passport blocks
Dude.
away, you know how many?
this. From what I know, the
Theories-
2.3 trillion was lost by the FBI.
The FBI? What the fuck does the FBI have to do with handling money?
No, their agency was the ones who.
Why was the
2.3
FBI handling
Because they probably had-
$2.3
they had to
trillion
buy
dollars?
something. They probably
bought
Who
or
were they buying back from the gulag, bro?
They were probably.
Damn.
It's probably their cocaine operation that they got.
Probably.
It could be
the FBI and the CIA and stuff like that. They were
and
smuggling drugs
we
in.
don't necessarily have to agree with either side, but
It is fishy.
it's fishy, and that's why we're talking about it. But that, like the passport alone, I saw a video where the guy was just talking about it. It's like, it seems a little weird. And it does. There's a lot of different angles, but that's like the main things. Especially the MeHop, that they made it happen on purpose. The day after he said 2.3 trillion, no one could go in and look at the data. No news companies, no accounting services, the president. Who knows?
Yeah, 'cause there was
Who knows who didn't know about it? You know, right after accounting itself was blown up as a floor, dropped, and then.
How far apart were the Twin Towers? Because I know they were like one after the other, weren't they?
It was, but I don't know
I
the
don't know
Well,
time
how
frame.
far apart
How
was the Pentagon and the Twin Towers?
I'm gonna look it up.
But
Because
you know what's crazy is the guy from Family Guy. What's his name again, Nick? Do you
Brian.
remember?
Seth MacFarlane.
Seth MacFarlane. He was supposed to be on that plane, but he woke up late.
When the did that happen?
I was watching a video. about it. Yes. He woke up late. He tried to get on. He was like begging, I got to get home or got to get to this meeting. And they wouldn't let him on the plane. Blew up right into the Trade Center.
You know, one of my, I forget which one. One of my aunts was supposed to be on one of those planes.
Really?
But she couldn't make it, so her friend went.
Oh, her friend died?
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
I'd have to ask and see who. I guess technically your aunt too, but.
My aunt?
Well, because it was one of the Zignaga ones, I think.
But that's not my aunt.
It technically is.
How?
What do you mean how?
Maybe
You married into my family.
Maybe my
It'd be like your aunt-in-law.
aunt-in-law. Yeah. No
Well,
one
it's still
calls
basically
an
an
aunt.
aunt.
And no one calls an aunt-in-law.
No, you just say
It's your aunt. You
Why do
own
you
your
talk-
family tradition. My family?
because you're all liberals.
Come on now. Nick, did you find anything?
Yeah.
That's some good shit.
There was a restaurant.
Frog!
There was a restaurant in North Tower.
You know what?
What? What are you even looking up?
That's
I thought
just
you were
that's
gonna
just a
have
fun
help.
fact.
No.
And I know the
Alright, it's my
video
turn.
will come out. Almost 3,000 people died
Damn
in
it.
the World Trade Center.
Stand in the corner for 2 minutes.
Yeah,
Right
Gus,
here.
you stay in the corner and shut your mouth
For
while
2
me and Eli
minutes.
talk about the
Mute your
Twin
mic.
Tower.
All right. Anyway, we're back, fellas.
I can't
with
find
the boys.
it. But my theory
Eli,
about the
set a
Twin
timer.
Towers, I'm counting in my head.
2-minute timer.
Just stare at the flag. Do
My
the pledge-
theory-
I'm not going until the timer starts.
Do the Pledge of Allegiance for 2 minutes. I'm gonna make it 150 because you've been. No, I'm gonna make it 1 minute.
1 minute. Let's go. But you're breaking the rules.
But anyway, Nick, what's your theory?
My theory is that each level had explosives or C4 planted on it.
Yeah, and that's what I think too.
Because if something,
I don't think each level.
how you build the building with reinforced concrete and reinforced steel.
Yeah, and
I mean, a
fireproof.
jet's heavy, but if it crashes into a building
It would just.
like the Twin Towers,
Yeah.
it's gonna take out that one floor. You know, it's gonna be all fucked up. I mean, it might.
And it would tip over now.
Depending how high it was hit, if it was hit up here, it might crash the top floor or the top 3 floors, but it's not gonna, crush all the way down
Yeah.
like you're smushing a
the video I
sandwich.
saw is like the fact that
Because that's
they both laid
reinforced
down all
steel
cute and cuddly.
and reinforced concrete. That's gonna stop. That's gonna
Dude,
stop a lot of weight.
Reinforced concrete
That's a
we're in the
lot of
concrete
weight.
industry. All right, Gus. That's been a minute. You can sit down.
That's not been a minute. Get back in the corner, bro. I'm just kidding. We love your input, Gus. Come back.
So anyway, you can unmute your mic if you would like.
Love
So anyway, reinforced concrete is with steel, like steel
Yeah, rebar.
rebar. Yeah, And
Pennant. Yeah.
there's
Or
no
9
way.
bag. They've already used 9 bag.
Yeah.
Well, okay, it doesn't matter what bag
10
you
bag
use.
too.
No, there ain't no 10 bag.
It's 9 bag. 9 bag's the max. I think 10 bag would be too much because then there wouldn't be much stone.
No.
11
and
bag.
sand. It'd just be all cement and it
11
wouldn't be
bag
that
too.
strong.
Yeah, they use 11
Dude,
bag.
9 bag it's how fast the concrete
9.5
sets.
It's
bag.
how much cement is in it. That's chloride
Yeah.
that speeds it up.
No, yeah, no, but cement. If you have more cement than stone and sand or whatever aggregate, that's faster setup. That's how you set it up faster without
Yeah.
fuck out of here.
I'm over here, live on the news. My theory:
You already said your
9/11 was the start, so we can get oil. That's
So
why.
we
That's
could
why
get
we.
oil.
That's
That's the
why
reason
we
why
went
we went
into
over.
Afghanistan.
Or
9/11.
the
9/11 was the first chapter. Was the reason why.
So,
For the
in your theory,
war on terrorism.
Yeah.
so in your theory, do you think that Al Qaeda was in with us? That they wanted to give
I think the
oil, or
US
that we we used it, we played it so that we could go there.
I think Al Qaeda is.
Al Qaeda.
I think Al Qaeda is a terrorist group that wanted to destroy the U.S., but they just don't have the funding. They don't have.
Oh, look at all the U.S. citizens with guns.
They don't have the.
Treat me
funding.
like a child
They don't have
again.
the funding. They don't have the brains, and they don't have.
Dude, don't say that.
they don't
shit.
have the
I
man.
think they're
They don't
smarter
have
than
the
you think.
manpower.
I think they're
Oh
smarter.
yeah, where'd they go to school?
No,
What does that have to do with anything?
Yeah,
I-
okay.
What the fuck?
You don't just go through life and not get schooling and be good smart.
No, they've gotten
And-
schooling. Dude, they have drones with shotgun shells that just rain
That the
down.
U.S. supplied them.
No. I
I'm
think-
saying. I'm
They
saying.
leave all that equipment
I am
there
saying
for their
that the
last
U.S. used. What's the term to use?
What do you mean?
The
Use
terrorists.
as
They
a
use them as a
propaganda-
pawn, as a puppet, in their plan to get more oil in Afghanistan and Iraq.
I'm not positive, but has anyone actually seen the guys in trial?
Who?
Or did they just pick some,
What guys in trial?
like the people who hit the Twin Towers? They're
Well,
dead,
they're
right?
dead.
They're fucking dead.
They're
What the
dead.
hell
Exactly.
are you talking?
No.
That's why it's such a good plan.
Exactly. So
Yeah,
they
there's
made
no
a passport.
evidence. There's
They
no
made
evidence
a
of it.
passport for two people who.
And they conveniently dropped them blocks away to
Yeah.
lead the FBI
yeah,
on a wild
completely
goof chase.
intact
Yeah.
passports. Two.
Which
Where's
makes
the rest of the passengers? If
which
Yeah,
makes
there's some-
sense.
It's because freaking
they
Clyde was walking around. Oh, here's your assignment. Go drop this off at Main Street in April.
and
Maple.
cops
And he just-
whoever NYPD
NYPD,
Yeah.
organization in the
New York
Department.
Police Department, and the New York Fire Department, they're the real heroes.
The fire department is. 'Cause
And the
they,
police.
they didn't know shit.
And the police.
The police decided
the
they'd go
police
look
might have
6
been
blocks
in on it.
away.
What are you talking about?
Or who looked away?
were
Who
cops-
looked a couple
There
blocks?
were cops.
Who knew to
there were
look a couple
cops.
blocks away?
There were cops running up the Twin Towers too.
Yeah, okay, except cops are pretty corrupt too. Cause like
There
what
were
that
cops
Texas
on the
shooting
scene
recently.
first.
The Texas shooting.
So we're just
none of the
telling all
cops
a sudden
went in
Texas-
until they were allowed
That's
to.
that Jason Aldean.
This
concert?
was 20
No,
years
it was at,
ago.
like,
We're
a
not
school
talking.
or
We're talking
a-
about something
a
20 years
church.
ago.
What, you think they couldn't be corrupt
Dude,
back then?
NYPD.
I'm just saying.
The mafia owns New York.
I don't think New York. Every single cop on New York Police Department was corrupt and be like,
Well,
"Yeah,
right.
yeah,
The
you
ones
guys
that
are
ran
corrupt."
up the tower obviously weren't. But that doesn't mean
I'm
that.
thinking maybe
I'm sure
some
they
of
had
them-
some Joe Schmo from the police department go through all those passports somewhere.
I mean, it could be, or the passports are lightweight
No, okay,
paper that
so the
blew out the
people-
plane.
I think the people who threw the passports, if this is the case, were higher up. FBI status.
Oh yeah,
I don't think that it would have
and
been.
they conveniently. How many passports?
If
were found?
you're in charge, I'm gonna have some little no-name bitch go throw all that off for me. I'm not
Exactly.
gonna do it.
Exactly.
I got other stuff to worry about.
Yeah, but there's how many people know who's in the FBI.
I guess there could be.
It could be anybody on the FBI.
Yeah, the FBI does have lower.
Yeah, they have
Very
low-level
secret,
servants, so to speak.
Yeah.
Like go-getters, messengers.
Like Nick.
Like me.
Like that,
I used to be in the FBI. I was in the day a female body inspector, but now in the day I am not.
Now,
now today you can't get shit. But that...
You know,
Humphrey would disagree.
Frank
Yeah.
would disagree.
Yeah, dude. Agree to disagree. Nick never
So,
FBI'd.
9/11 was
No.
the beginning chapter on
Yes.
the war in Afghanistan.
On terrorism.
That's my thoughts.
Or the war on
Ask me any question, and I'll
but the
disprove it.
sad thing is a lot of, and like, I don't know if you were in the Marines and heard this, but a lot of the Marines joined because of the 9/11.
Well, that was back in the day. I'd say from like after all the way to like 2010.
You know what?
But the
Another
war
thing-
was useless. It was
What?
just death.
The war? Yeah.
Pretty
Yeah,
much.
absolutely.
We have Alaska. We have oil
But-
fields in the U.S.
I think since
Fuck the bugs. Fuck global warming. Let's go.
But there's so much oil in the Middle East that it's crazy. It's not even. It's insane.
Yeah,
Why don't we just
let's
make
pull a
oil?
Christopher Columbus and inhabit their.
Well, you can make oil, but you can't make like fossil fuels,
Yeah.
like oil underground, which is like
Yeah, so
free.
it's not free.
It's pretty much
It's
free.
technically free. It just keeps producing.
It's not free. You still spend.
Well, you got to spend money to equipment to get down
drill
there,
it,
but
but
after
think
that,
of
it's
money,
free.
dude.
But if you want to
wanna
make,
get a
if you want to
Bugatti.
make oil like out of scratch, that's gonna cost
Dude,
so
the
much more
people-
money.
People in the U.S. who have oil in their whatever, imagine how much they get paid to get drilled on. Let me rephrase
What?
it. Let me rephrase
yeah,
that.
oil.
Oh my gosh.
Oh! But
I'll take a hit.
But
That's how
everyone-
the boys are.
but honestly, I mean, at the end of the day, we aren't sure. But we're pretty sure. But we're pretty sure 9/11 was real.
Gus rigged it.
That's right.
Gus flew the plane
It's people that look like crack addicts,
like
Gus.
Gus.
Look at them
And now
snorting the crack.
a brief message from our sponsor,
Milwaukee.
Milwaukee
Still
Tool.
down with the tattoo ideas.
We're still down with the sickness.